Hey guys, what's up? Green Machine Sam back with another video, and today we have a roster update. Today is the 20th, but this will be coming out probably the 21st, to keep that in mind. I'll update it tonight as well if any transactions happen. Probably not too many are going to happen, especially since it is a Sunday and, football's being played, so there's not going to be a whole ton of transactions to report. Probably just going to be practice squad guys getting moved up or down. So it's probably not too big of a deal, so don't be like, oh, this guy didn't get moved, or this guy didn't get moved up, or didn't get signed, or whatnot. If you guys want to take care of that, you guys can. I just focus on the 53-man roster. Practice squad, there's so many moves. Each team is probably moving a player a day, if not every other day. So can't get mad at me for practice squad players. Like, even Madden rosters don't take care of that. I'm updating this more than Madden rosters, so keep that in mind. I do have my special twists on these rosters. I do release and move criminals and retirees to punter, so keep that in mind. If you guys want to know how to download it, we'll go over it real quick. So what you want to go ahead and do is go over to settings, or this little gear icon on the main menu. Click it, go into share and manage files, and what you're going to want to go to is download community files. It should be the one that you're sitting on as soon as you load into that section. What you're going to do is you can either scroll down about 5 spots and you'll find my roster. It has just over 9,000 downloads. It might have more when you get there. It might have less. No, it won't have less. It'll say created by Green Machine Sam. It'll say the date that I updated it, and it'll say Madden 21 roster update. So keep it. So it's not that hard. Or you can even look me up and you can find both the rosters. They're both the same thing. So don't be like, which one should I download? Is there a difference? Is there a difference in overalls? Is there different stuff that you did? Stuff like that. No, there's not a difference. They're the same. They're under just two names, so that when people start wanting a Madden 22 roster update, then it looks a little bit nicer, and people will start downloading that one, I guess. Hopefully, I don't know. So what you want to look up is Green Machine Sam, common spelling. Uh, Both of them will be right here. One of them looks longer because I forgot to capitalize the C and check me out on YouTube. And one of them has a 2 instead of a 1, so it shows up as a little bit longer. It's not any longer. Oh. And I said moved and moved P, so it's just small changes. I'll fix it eventually. It's like I said, there's no difference in the rosters. One has 300 downloads, one has 9,000 downloads. So uh, it should have the Oakland A's little icon too. So it's easy to find once you download it. Boom. It won't say overwrite or save. If you already have downloaded it, then it will say overwrite or save as new. You can do whatever you want. You can overwrite your old file so that you don't have that roster anymore, or you can save it as new so you have different rosters from different times. Uh, so then what you're going to want to head over to is load and delete. So you'll want to back out, go over to load and delete, go to load, scroll over to roster, so R1 one spot over, and you can click on the roster and load it. Boom, load it. I like loading it twice just to make sure it does load, because you know how Madden is. Then what you're going to want to do is back all the way out. It'll take you to the main screen. This little animation will pop up since it's such a big game. And then you're wanting to go to is manage rosters, and here it is. So yes, like I said, not all the practice squad players are here. Not all the practice squad moves are here. I know people get called up and then pushed back down within a week. Just like last year, if you saw what Bradley Sowell had to go through, he was one of our like 4th-string tight ends. He was on the roster one day, he was off the roster the next. He was on the roster for a week, he was off the roster the next. Just like JF3 a couple years, like 2 years ago at this point. JF3 was on the roster, and then he wasn't. Then he was on the practice squad. Then he was not on the practice squad. Then he was back on the practice squad. Then he was on the roster. Then he was back off the roster. So I'm not gonna keep just fiddling with it. Some fullbacks like JP Holt, he lined up as a fullback so much last year that I've just put him at fullback, especially since he was the lowest of the 5 tight ends. So I just moved him to fullback because then he'll get more play time that way. These are Madden ratings, so don't be bitching at me. Why is this dude this? Why is this dude that? Bring it up with Madden. It's not that I'm trying to be grumpy. It's just that this is shit people complain about, and that I get messages like, "Hey, why is Tom Brady still this overall?" Like, that's Madden's ratings, and I'm gonna get more shit for me putting in my personal ratings than I am for keeping Madden's. So that's all you really have to do. If you guys like my content, if you guys want to see more of it, it's easier to subscribe and hit that notification bell than it is to continuously search my name anytime you guys need a new roster update or you guys think a lot of stuff has happened. So it's easier to click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell than it is to search up my name. If later down the line you guys don't want to be subscribed to me, that's perfectly fine. You guys can unsubscribe. It's still easier than looking up my name. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate the support recently, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.